Well, now we know why they didn't release his or they them's name in a completely unshocking turn of events. We now have the identity of the lunatic who carried out this horrible act today. We also know, we also have his writings and a long unhinged video that he uploaded to YouTube, essentially showing off, his arsenal and his plans. His name was Robert Westman. Now you might be thinking, well, that's not a big reveal. Oh, I mean, oops. Robin Westman, previously Robert Westman, is the man who identifies as a woman who carried out today's attack, clearly inspired by the Nashville incident as well. Now we know why the Minnesota PD didn't want to say anything about it. Also, weirdly, name dropping Brandon Herrera multiple times. I think that is a troll. This person appears to be just a weird troll individual too. You can't trust everything that comes out of their mouth because it's not always congruent. But also we have we have his message to, he said, end Donald Trump on one of his magazines. This is the most information we've ever had on any one of these people. And we got it within an hour, but only because they told on themselves. Make no mistake about it. Minnesota would not have released any of this. Let's get into this. By the way, I'd say we need to talk about LGBTQ weapon control. I'm just saying. What is this, like 9 out of the last 10? It's more than a coincidence now. His name was Robert Westman until 2020 when he legally changed his name to Robin. You can see here the court documents. Application good faith, order granting name change. His parents supported it, by the way. Mary and Robert, his parents, supported his name change to become a woman, Robin M. Westman, previously Robert Westman. Identifying as a female and wants her name and whatever and regular identification to match that. Parents. Now, I wonder, perhaps the parents should be charged in this because they clearly were participating in a lot of the insanity. We saw a lot of things written on his weapons, like end Donald Trump, rip and tear. There were a lot of video game references. There was a lot of Zoomer references. You can see on their notebook, they have their trans defend equality thing with the weapon. You see, obviously, the picture. Again, it's very, very, very... So you see here, Champagne Joshi was probably one of the first to break the story. I'm not going to play their video because screw them. But they had this screenshots, went by Robin W1312. I can almost guarantee the channel's been deleted. I would certainly imagine, because he uploaded all of this. What did I say? Let's just see. Let's see if it's deleted. I also have his manifesto here. Robin W1312. Let's see. Robin W1312. Yeah, that's gone. Of course that's gone. Some of the other pictures here. Here's a 20-minute video of him flipping through the manifesto while whispering, I know you exactly what I know you exactly what I'm doing. Exactly what other disturbing phrases. He had writing on all of his magazines and all of his weapons and everything like that. Finally, he also posted a YouTube short of him flipping through the manifesto and talking to himself maniacally while pointing at it with his weapons. Here's another post 4 years ago of him reading a dryer manual, and YouTube deleted it. Also, there's a tip here that his mom used to work at that church. Here's a screenshot announcing her retirement. Here we have, on Sunday, we honor Mary Grace Westman, who is retiring from Annunciation. She has provided such wonderful hospitality. So there's his mom. Yeah, here we have the mind of Mega at work, right? This is, again, here's his manifesto. I'm not going to read the whole thing here. I will on the live stream. If you tune in live over on Quartering Live or on Rumble, after you see this video, we'll be going through it more in depth. But he's just like, I love you and truly appreciate the time I've spent with you. I have such an amazing family, and it hurts me to throw a wrench in the works for you good people. So he didn't have any issue with his parents. I feel hope when with you. I cherish our time together. I appreciate all that you've taught me. I feel inspired like you when you grew up. I hope you're able to move on and continue your lives without being forever followed, forever haunted by my actions. Forget me and all that I am. Hold on to yourselves and your loved ones. I love all of you. To my friends, I trust you all to give your memory of me however you see fit. I'm sorry for the confusion and heartbreak that this will bring. I truly appreciate all of you for showing me a good life and helping me through the dark times. So had good friends, had good family, but was trans. I wanted this for so long. I am not well. I am not right. I'm a sad person, haunted by these thoughts that don't go away. I know this is wrong, but I can't seem to stop myself. I'm severely depressed and have had self-harm thoughts for years. Only recently have I lost all hope and decided to perform my final action against this world. I don't want to kneel down for the injustices of this world. I want to pass away. I'd rather pass away on my feet than live on my knees. That's a cringe line that has nothing to do with what he wanted to do. They say, I think I'm dying of cancer. Oh, wait, think I'm dying of cancer. It's a tragic end, as it's entirely self-inflicted. I did this to myself, and I cannot control myself, and I've been destroying my body through vaping and other means. I think I have lung cancer. I have felt it seems unlikely that you have lung cancer at like 20. I do not want to recover. I don't want to throw my life away rotting in a hospital bed. Blah, blah, blah. I want to fulfill a final act that has been in the back of my mind for years. Really? Are you sure you weren't inspired by the Nashville person who did the exact same thing? Whether you accept my apologies or not, I hope you can all move past this. I mean, no, obviously, nobody accepts him. So I love you all. And remind, P.S. Get T. Oh, P.S. T, whoever T is. Get over yourself and make up with mom. Oh, it must be a brother or sister. She loves you. You need to grow up and accept that time just keeps on effing moving. You either will stay in the past and rot, wasting your life on happiness way, or you can grow up and move on from things. We all love you. PPS, I wouldn't recommend any of you read my journals unless you really want to, but be warned. So I'm sure this is another person that journaled, by the way, too. This is a person who very obviously probably had some depraved thoughts in their journal. He had a picture of Jesus taped on a body target in his YouTube manifesto. I don't want to hear the media saying this wasn't against any particular ideology. Obviously, Donald Trump on the weapon. Minnesota Lieutenant Governor Penny Flanagan. Protect trans kids with a knife, obviously. Here you have defend equality with a weapon on it. You have all these other things. Like, there's some weird stuff on here that doesn't really make any sense. There's like weird, like anti-Jewish stuff, which maybe they were like a pro-Palestine person. Multiple times they had end Trump now. That was written like in several spots on these weapons. 6 million wasn't enough. Obviously a reference to World War II, with the events that led to World War II. I'm going to guess that this guy was a left-wing nut job. You know, here you have going through, you know, of course every one of these lunatics brings KMFDM into it. And I don't know if they're inspiring them or what's going on. I don't know what mashallah means, but here you had a smoke bomb, and it's an extra thick Jew gas, apparently. He did use that on site. And it says, Israel must fall. Like a phoenix, we rise from the ashes. So maybe he's probably a pro-Palestine guy. I'm going to guess. Some of the drawings, obviously, it's actually a pretty good drawing. You got to be honest. Here's a person. I don't know what these writings are. He also used a lot of symbology, or maybe he was writing in a different language that I'm unfamiliar with. But, you know, you have a deeply disturbed, update the suspected Minnesota individual is a defend equality sticker in his manifesto that included a rifle over a trans flag. He also pursued the legal name change of Robin, his apparent trans name. Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm not surprised. Watch this completely disappear from completely disappear from the news by the end of the day. An 8-year-old and a 10-year-old will never go home from school today, and perhaps more. There's many more people in the hospital. You know, he was using it's acrylic alphabet, but phonetically English. So here's a phrase from purported manifesto that translates to school event. This is, he says, according to ChatGPT, the original English is phonetically in a distorted way, the acrylic alphabet. I've read posts, studied it all. I've seen blood trails and brain matter, and I want to see it for myself. I want to spill my own. I love the thought of it, the spasms, the scratching at the end. I am sick. I know it. I don't care. This guy was almost certainly on SSRIs. I suppose we'll have to see. But I will keep updating you throughout the day. Obviously, I have other news to talk about. But this is a pretty big topic. Keep it locked here. Subscribe or follow wherever you are. And maybe pop over to the live stream, which is linked in the description. We'll be going through his old videos and things of that nature too. This is bonkers. Keep it locked here, and I'll keep updating you as new stuff comes out.